What's happening in Ohio? What? The train derailment in East Palestine, Ohio. What do you mean what's happening in Ohio? I feel like everyone knows about that now. Contaminated the entire area, killed a ton of, like, animals. All the water there is fucking ruined. You don't know this situation? I can't tell if you're just joking around or not. Not everyone lives in America, to be fair. Well, that's true. I feel like this is still just kind of international news, though. Most people are laughing about how poor America's infrastructure is, and they have every right to. Our trains are like fucking Civil War era and haven't been maintained at all. And then this massive disaster happens. Hey, Otashi. Just going over some shit. American thought process. I don't know, I just see so many people dunking on American infrastructure from overseas. And they're totally right. Our infrastructure is beyond laughable. And this is just like the most recent example of it. So I don't know, I felt like it was more international news than it was then, I guess. Because, I mean, they're calling it like America's Chernobyl. Like, actually, a lot of people are saying that now. At first, I thought that was well overblown fear-mongering, but as this has continued, it doesn't sound too far-fetched. So I just felt like America's Chernobyl is a pretty big deal that would have been overseas as well. Thanks to the Prime Kumquat tier. Hey, thanks to tier 1 Flya. Resub Yo and Cameron. It's gonna affect people there for generations. Not only there, man. It affects a lot of places. That shit was like not isolated to just East Palestine, Ohio. That shit was fucking everywhere. Worst fucking take, mini Chernobyl. Like I said, at first I thought that was kind of like overblown fear-mongering, but the more you read about this, the more fucked it looks. So it's really not that big of an exaggeration to call it like a little mini Chernobyl. It really is, and I'm starting to agree with that. That shit is absolutely foul. How many animals have died? Like 30,000, 40,000? Just fucking dropping dead? $50,000. Oof. And all the fish. Well, yeah, the fish the fish were fucked real quick. The fish were real fucked. The water is super contaminated. That water looks like my goddamn septic tank out there, and it's got all kinds of like oils and shit floating in it now. Oh my god, yeah. Would you drink the water there for $1,000? Bro, it's committing suicide for $1,000. No shot. So a mini oil spill? Not oil. Vinyl chloride and a few other chemicals, but vinyl chloride being one of the main ones. Thanks a Prime Ghosty. Oh shit, I'm sorry to hear that. It's awful over. Thanks a Prime Fizzy. And the resub Joka in CMAT. What kind of chemical is that? I don't know, a bad one? I have no fucking idea what kind of chemical that is, man. Look at me. Do you think I'm a fucking scientist? I don't know what vinyl chloride is used for. This shit wasn't an accident. Well, I don't necessarily believe that. That's getting more conspiratorial. There would be no reason to derail a train in East Palestine, Ohio, and poison all of that and just put on blast how awful the American infrastructure is for their train tracks. That'd be like the worst conspiracy ever. That'd be like the worst idea. It's nothing but net loss all across the board for the people in power. That would be so wild. Population control? No one died. They will die over time, as everyone will, though I imagine they're going to start contracting some pretty serious diseases over the course of the next few generations in that area because of all the toxins that this shit just released. So that'd be like really long-term population control in a pretty small town. That's probably just not like a good plan. And there's a derailment near Detroit, but luckily no dangerous spill. There's a derailment every fucking hour, basically. I pulled up the stats last time we went over this, and I can't remember. How many derailments were there in 2022? 2,400? I'll just look it up again. Oh, 1,044. And we're already on pace to do that or better this year. It's just completely fucked. Exit Prime Gregal and the resub Skillful. That's 3 a day. Yep. That is at least 3 a day. Ish. In the world or just the USA? What? No, this is just the US. Why would this be the world? That wouldn't be pertinent to this at all. No, it's just the US. Even this headline, they've increased under Joe Biden. I don't know if he himself is the one responsible for tipping the trains over. But I do know that recently they tried, or not tried, they straight up shut down a railway workers strikes because they were striking about the conditions of the tracks. And they said, nope, no striking there. They shut that down. So no, that's US, not worldwide. Shit's scary. Thanks to resub Skullman and Pinguino. Just wait until American bridges start to collapse. Can you stop putting that evil out here? We already. Why are we going down this again? I just talked about how this has become a new fear of mine after this whole situation. I learned from all of this that it's not just the railways that they don't give a fuck about. The majority, I'm not going to say the majority, a large portion of American bridges aren't maintained. And they fail bridge inspections. So instead of fixing them, it's cheaper to just stop doing the inspections so they stop failing. So what's happened for a lot of bridges is they no longer inspect it because they know that it's going to fail. So they don't actually maintain the bridges anymore. Which is fucking terrifying. Is absolutely terrifying. So now I avoid bridges. I'm literally one of those weirdos now. And it doesn't even strike me as irrational anymore, man. It's like, how the like, I had no idea. I was reading about that for like 6 hours when this shit was popping off. And I wasn't just reading like Facebook posts. I was literally reading from people like that actually work in the industry. I was going over all of the documents and all of the everything about bridges in particular and the state that they're in. How can you avoid bridges in Tampa? I just don't really go anywhere that requires a bridge, and when I do, I just take the long way around because you can go kind of like up and around in the area. I think the tier 1. Isui and the Prime Glizzy and the resub Kayla. Yep. It's scary, man. Will you play the Souls-like Bleak Faith Forsaken? Yeah, I'll probably give it a try. I saw the video for, or the trailer for that. It looked pretty cool. Thanks to the bits, Wario. In Panclaw. How long is the lifespan of a bridge? Bro, do I look like a goddamn bridge expert to you? All I know is the current state of them. I don't know how long they're typically supposed to last. I don't know why I get asked these questions. I am clearly not an expert. You said you read for hours? Yeah, about the state of the bridges, not every historical detail about a bridge and the life cycle of a bridge. I was reading about the information that's pertinent to the current condition of the bridges. Thanks to the bits Capicola and Aussie. Of course I've seen the ear pulling competitions. According to my 5 seconds of research, there is 1,700 derailments in Australia. Oh, do you guys suck ass with trains too? Is that right? God damn it. Where should I be going for the Australian statistics? I guess probably here, right? This seems like the most reliable one. Oh man, I gotta download the PDF for this. This shit is official. Can I just get the cliff notes? Is the 1700 accurate? Thanks, resub Carl. Are they counting intentional train derailments in these numbers? For the Australian one, couldn't tell you. This is the first time seeing this. For the US, I don't believe so. I think they made an exception for intentional derailments.